All praises to Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakahakwadash. Next, I want to give double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Lord's elect. To my left here is one of the brothers over there on YouTube. Go watch, be edified. Fair use, fair use. But let me get Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. It says, the prophets that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what's coming. Repent, you Israelites. Fair use, fair use.
Me for just a minute. When the inevitable happens with gas pricing, I know that I'm going to lose my job. Now, I already thought it was coming because they're doing a lot of AI stuff. This just accelerated the timeline that I had in my mind. Now, I'm not special because it's going to happen to so many people. And I want us to really think about something, whether we really want to or not. With that increase, food is going to skyrocket as well. We all know this, right? So what do you think happens when people can't get to work, so they lose their jobs? And they can't afford to buy food anymore because they don't have a job. Or they can't afford to buy food anymore because the inflation rate and the cost of it has gone through the roof. We're barely making ends meet now. What do you think people are going to do at that point? Because it's like a lot of people are looking at this and they're saying, well, price is going to go up, and you think life is going to go on, just like it usually does, at least for those that can afford it. But you take those people then that are put in a position that they cannot afford it, and they become extremely desperate. And things will not be normal when you have millions of desperate people. And we really need to sit with that and think about it, because that is going to become our reality. Iran's cutest little Lego video says, we're drowning. We're collapsing, and we are in real time. We need to sit with that, because there's going to be no normal. There's not going to be a return to normal.
She's absolutely right. You see, and that's what's coming, man. And the only way out of it is to repent and turn back to Yahawashi, you Israelites. The Lord is not playing, man. He's getting ready to waste this place with judgments. The Lord is sick of this place. We've been telling you through the power and spirit of Yahawashi, starting with our beloved apostles, bishops, and elders at the Church of Great Millstone. The Lord is getting ready to waste this place with judgments like never before seen. Luke 21 and verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Right? So let's get a couple words here. We're going to get distress.
Strong's G 4928. Sunache. Sunache.
I see. Straits. Distress. Anguish. You see? Let's get that word perplexity. Salakia. The state of one who is in perplexity, when you get here, to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn. That's what the Lord is getting ready to do to you people, man. 2 Ezra 15 verse 5. Behold, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You see? We've been telling you through the power and spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, the Lord is not playing, man. 2 Ezra 8 and verse 50. And it reads, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. You see? Repent, you Israelites, man. We all deserve judgment. But Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to pardon his elect, whoever they may be. That's why we be telling you. Repent, turn back to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and beg for mercy. Because everything that she just said is all in the scriptures, man. Revelation 6 and verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Right. That's going into hyperinflation. A measure of wheat for a penny, that's a day's pay. And the oil and the wine represents this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You see? Revelation 6 and verse 6, and I heard a voice from among the four living beings say, a loaf of wheat bread or three loaves of barley will cost a day's pay. And don't waste the olive oil and the wine, right? The olive oil and the wine represents the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, the elect. Those who repent and turn back to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. In spirit and in truth, because a famine is coming. The Lord is going to send that famine. He's not playing, man. Let's get that. Isaiah 3. He sent us to tell you, to give you Israelites warning. Matter of fact, let's get this. Ezekiel 3 and verse 17. It reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. You see, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. The blood is off our hands, we've told you. See, we've told you, man. Repent and turn back to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Isaiah 62 and verse 8. Salakia. Verse 6, Salakia. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, that's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Right? The Lord's getting ready to turn our captivity, but it's going to come with many great evils, man. The Lord is getting ready to send a sword upon his land. Ezekiel 33. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coasts and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. You see? But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people not be warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. You see? We are to warn you. Thus saith Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. He's not playing, man. Ezekiel 7 and verse 14. It says, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him, man. You see? And even if you do escape, but they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valley, all of them mourning, every one for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. You see? The Lord tells you, can you endure, man? Can thine heart endure, or can thine hands be strong? In the days that I shall deal with thee, I, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, have spoken it and will do it. The Lord is not playing. He's not playing. You Israelites, repent, man. For behold, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and from Judah, the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. You see? The Lord gonna send that famine. He's not playing, man. Ezekiel 4 and verse 16. And it reads, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight, and with care, and they shall drink water by measure, and with astonishment, that they may want bread and water, and be astonished one with another, and consume away for their iniquity. The scriptures tell you it is better to die by the sword than to die by famine. You see? The Lord is not playing, man. These judgments, this is not famine. It's not random, man. These are judgments from Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and it's all throughout the scriptures. The Lord's going to send it. He's not playing. Ezekiel 39 verse 28. And it reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and a scorpion, serpents and a sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment. Who? Them spirits created for vengeance. And they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Because the Lord is getting ready to put his hand on judgment. Ezekiel 5 and verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. And I will increase the famine upon you, and I will break your staff of bread. So will I send upon you famine and evil beast, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, have spoken it. He's not playing. See, Sirach 40 and verse 8. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. See, but those who trust in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you Israelites, man. What did the Lord say? Psalms 91 and verse 7, 1,000. This is getting ready to happen. The Lord's he's getting ready to waste you people in great number. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, right? You see, these things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. But this time it's going to be a flood of judgment. You see, the Lord's gonna have you dwell in torments, man. Let's get that. 2nd Ezra 9. Salakia. Bear with me. In verse 9, it says, Then shall they be in pitiful case, you rebellious Israelites, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast my ways despitefully shall dwell in torments, man. You see? The Lord is not playing, man. He's not playing. He's getting ready to have you, man. I can't even explain it sometimes, man, because the Lord ain't playing. We see it. It's coming. That sword is being sharpened. Matter of fact, let's get it. Ezekiel 21. And the Lord's going to give you them spirits created for vengeance, man. These death angels. The Lord controls all things, man. It's going to be brutal. A time like never before seen. Ezekiel 21 and verse 5. That all flesh may know that I, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, have drawn forth my sword out of his sheath. It shall not return any more. You see? Verse 9, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Cry and howl, son of man. For it shall be upon my people, you see. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh. Hey, the Lord didn't. You Israelites, man, stop playing with the Lord. You heathen, y'all have no hope. The Lord said, I send thee to the children of Israel. You see, the Lord is not playing, man. Ezekiel 33 verse 33 in the NLT. It says, but when all these terrible things happen to them, as they certainly will, then they will know a prophet has been among them, right? Look, the Lord's going to stop the warnings and judgment is just going to be poured out. And that's going to be it, man. 2nd Chronicles 36 and verse 15. And Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, God of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, the prophets, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and despised his words and misused his prophets, until the wrath of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi arose against his people till there was no remedy. This is how the Lord gets down. He's going to get his devil a charge to tread y'all down, man. Therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with a sword in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion upon young man or maiden, old man, or him that stooped for age. He gave them all into his hand. You see, the Lord's going to give you over to this devil, man. But this time the Lord's going to use his sword to punish you Israelites. And then he's going to punish this devil. This time you ain't getting away. No, you're getting ready to get the worst judgment in the history of judgment. All you heathen, man. See, let's get that. Ezekiel 33 and verse 11. The Lord doesn't have no pleasure in the death of his people. But also, the Lord ain't nothing to play with, man. Say not, oh, his mercy is great. He'll be pacified for the multitude of my sins. You will be visited. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to get it. Bear with me. I got to find that. Bear with me. Let's get that. Sirach 5 and verse 5. Set thine heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough of my life. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. And say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him. And his indignation resteth upon sinners. And what is sin? Transgression of the law. Who was the law given to? The children of Israel. You see, make no tarrying to turn to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in a day of vengeance. And that's what's coming. You see? You see, Ezekiel 33 verse 11, say unto them, the children of Israel, as I live, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi power, I had no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn ye from your evil ways, for why will ye die, O house of Israel? It tells you in Zephaniah 2, it says, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation I desire, before the decree bring forth, before the day passes chaff, before the fierce anger of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi come upon you, before the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi's anger come upon you. Seek ye Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be, ye shall be hid in a day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi's anger. And the elect, the Lord's elect, will be hid. Matter of fact, let's get that in 2 Ezra 2, I believe. I have to find it. Verse 26, as for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary. For when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, because it's coming, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You see, the Lord has protection for his elect, man. And y'all are going to see it. Y'all are going to see divine protection that the Lord's going to have on his elect. Matter of fact, we can get it. Isaiah 65 and verse 11. It says, but ye are they that forsake Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. See, the Lord gonna send that famine, man. He's not playing, man. Let's get that. Salakia. Verse 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Right? You see? Verse 19. They shall not be ashamed in an evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. You see? Verse 19 in the NLT, they will not be disgraced in hard times. Even in famine, they will have more than enough. Talking about the Lord's elect, man. The Lord said in famine, he's going to redeem from death, man. As I read earlier, these things were created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. This time it's going to be a flood of judgment. Let's get that. Psalms 32. It says, blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Blessed is the man unto whom Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile. I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin. For this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee, in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. You see? NLT. Therefore let all the godly pray to you while there is still time, that they may not drown in the flood waters of judgment, because that's what's coming. The flood waters of judgment, man. Psalms 120, 119 and 120. The Lord, look, my flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgments. See, we know the judgment of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. It ain't pretty, man. It is time for thee, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, to work, for they have made void thy law. The Lord getting ready to work, man. See? Let's get Jeremiah 14. Thus saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi unto this people, they have loved to wander. They have not refrained their feet. Therefore, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi doth not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins. You see? Then say Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi unto me, pray not for this people for their good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry. And when they offer burnt offering and an oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence. And that's what's coming, man. The Lord is not playing. Shalom. Repent, you Israelites. Turn back to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi.